How former Michigan basketball standouts are performing in the NBA in 2022-23 season. From two-way contracts to career years, check in with former Michigan basketball players to see how they're doing in the NBA in 2022-23. Michigan basketball's 2022-23 season isn't going the way many had hoped, but standouts of yesteryear continue to excel at the next level. From rookies making their mark to veteran players averaging new career highs in points, here's a peek at how former Wolverines are faring in the NBA. Another tough road loss, Michigan hits new low after getting hammered by Penn State, listed in alphabetical order and with seasons played while at Michigan. Statistics are this season entering Tuesday. Moussa Diabate, F. Los Angeles Clippers, 2021-22, he has started to catch on in LA in recent weeks, and has now played in a career-high 4 straight games for the Clippers after originally signing a two-way contract, which means he can move up and down with the G League affiliate Ontario Clippers. Diabate has played in 14 games and is averaging 3.6 points and 3.1 rebounds over 11.6 minutes per game, and had a career night Sunday against Cleveland when he scored 13 points and grabbed 5 rebounds in 30 minutes. He's averaging 15.8 points and 12 rebounds per game in 8 G League games. Big Ten bracket watch, Michigan slides further out of NCAA tournament picture. Tim Hardaway Jr., G. Dallas Mavericks, 2010-13, the most tenured NBA player of any former Wolverine currently on an NBA roster. Trey Burke is in the G League with the Stockton Kings. Hardaway is having another solid season. The 30-year-old is putting up 13.6 points and 3.5 rebounds in 48 games, 31 starts, but had a rough night against Detroit on Monday, scoring 8 points on 3-4-10 shooting. He's shooting a poor 38.2% from the floor, which would be the lowest percentage of his career, though his three-point percentage of 35.1% is just shy of his career 35.7% average. Caleb Houston, F. Orlando Magic, 2021-22, the 32nd overall pick, second pick of round 2, last summer signed a 4-year, $8.2 million contract with the Magic and has played in 30 games this season. The 20-year-old is averaging 4 points and 2.3 rebounds in 16.5 minutes per game, and has made 28 of 77 attempts from 3, 36.4%. Houston has recently spent time on the G League affiliate in Lakeland, with the Magic getting healthy players back on the roster. Michigan football, offseason demands accountability from Jim Harbaugh. Ward Manuel Karis LeVert, G/F, Cleveland Cavaliers, 2012-16, a plethora of injuries have kept LeVert from reaching the level he once seemed poised for, but he continues to play a key role on the 5th-ranked team in the Eastern Conference. The 28-year-old, who has been traded each of the past 2 seasons, is averaging 12.4 points, 3.9 rebounds, and 3.8 assists in 48 games. Despite shooting a career worst from the floor, 41.1%, through 48 games, he's shooting the best three-point percentage, 37.6%, of his career. Isaiah Livers, F. Detroit Pistons, 2017-21. Despite battling injuries off and on all season, Livers continues to play rotational minutes for the Pistons. Livers, 24, is averaging 5.8 points and 2.4 rebounds in 30 games played. His shooting percentages overall and from long range are each down nearly 6% from his rookie season, but he's still making 36.4% from 3, above the NBA average of 36%. Jordan Poole, G. Golden State Warriors, 2017-19, the third member of the Splash Brothers in Golden State. Poole signed a 4-year, $128 million contract extension before the season. He has played in 50 games this season and is averaging a career-high 20.8 points per game, though his field goal percentage, 43.7%, and three-point percentage, 32.2%, are both down from his breakout 2021-22. Poole, 23, hit the winning layup with 1 second remaining last week against Memphis in a 122-120 win, and has scored 10 or more points in 29 of the past 30 games. Duncan Robinson, G/F, Miami Heat, 2015-18. Robinson remains sidelined with a finger injury and hasn't played since he got hurt January 2. Prior to that, he had fallen from role the Heat hoped he would play when they signed him to a 5-year, $90 million contract in 2021. Robinson, who played between 25 to 32 minutes per game each of the past 3 seasons and started a minimum of 68 games each year, is playing 17.9 minutes a night and hasn't made one start in the 28 games he has appeared in. After scoring in double figures for each of those 3 years, Robinson is averaging 6.9 points per game on a career-worst shooting mark from the field, 36.8%, and on threes, 33.1%. Franz Wagner, F. Orlando Magic, 2019-21, on the short list for Rookie of the Year a season ago, Wagner has taken yet another step forward this season. Wagner is in the top 50 in NBA scoring at 19.9 points per game to go with 4 rebounds and 3.5 assists. The 21-year-old has started all 50 games for Orlando this year, scored in double figures in 47 and has improved his shooting from the floor, 49.1%, and on threes, 37.3%. Moritz Wagner, F/C, Orlando Magic, 2015-18, on his 4th team in 5 seasons, MO has found a home in Orlando alongside his younger brother, Franz. He missed October and most of November with an injury, then was suspended 2 games for his role in an altercation with the Pistons, but has rounded into form. He's averaging 11.5 points and 5.3 rebounds on 50% shooting through 30 games. He scored a career-high 27 points Saturday versus Chicago and scored 22 in a win over Philadelphia on Monday. He'd scored more than 20 in a game twice all season prior. Former Michigan players in the G League, Eli Brooks, Fort Wayne Mad Ants, Trey Burke, Stockton Kings, Chauncey Brown Jr., Austin Spurs, Charles Matthews, Windy City Bulls, Xavier Simpson, Lakeland Magic, and DJ Wilson, Oklahoma City Blue.